Hi there, welcome back. As you figured out from yesterday, my video went on way too long and I decided to split it up. So welcome back to a bit of my day, and it's part 2 of working on the cover for Louie and Oscar and William. I'm holding this freehand. I apologize if it's jiggling a bit. In a moment it will be back up into the clamp, and we'll get on with this, and you can see how we finish it up. It looks pretty darn good, if I have to say so myself. All right, here we go. Okay, we're good. We have got Fabri-Tac in the bottle. I'm just mixing them together because some of the Fabri-Tac that was still in this bottle, there was a little bit left. It was a little thick. I did add a little bit of acetone to it, so I had to make sure that was blended. Let's put, let's glue down the fabric. And then we will get started on Louie and Oscar. Uh-oh, I'm a little worried I've put too much acetone in. I guess we'll see. Look at that. I may have to leave it with the lid off for the night. Let the air evaporate it a bit. I just don't want to have to open up another bottle. I think it'll still work, but I might have overdone it. This old book was one of those ones where, because they pounded the spine into that splayed, I call it a mushroom shape. It looks like the slice of a mushroom because they pound it with a mallet, even today, to fit it into the hard cover so it saddles nicely inside the grooves of the hard cover. But sometimes, especially in those old books, when they've had a really tight binding, and it is, there we go. I'm going to let that set before we do the back one. And it's been like that for 100 odd years. It can make it a little, yeah, you glad I didn't get way over here, almost off the, might be off camera over here. I spilled some of this, and it took a tiny little bit of the white ink off of my pad. That's okay, we'll survive. I've got other, these are the type of things I collect from thrift stores. I like this one because it also has the 1/4 inch grid lines. I find that a lot of the newer ones just have dots at the 1/4 inch, and they don't have an entire line. And I really use the 1/4 inch grid lines a lot. So when I can find one, there we go. I snap it up. All right, so now where's little miss? You gonna have a nap? She had a good run out back. She had a tinkle, and we had success in the other area as well, so that's always good. Ruler. I want one of my little ones. There we go. Little ruler. Pencil. And then I want the center. So that's 10. Oh, isn't that nice? That's 10 centimeters. So I know that that's the center. So, and I want this up high. I'm still going to eyeball it. Because I think I want to put the eyelets here and here, not here and here. And bear with me. Oh, there we go. Here and here, not here and here. It's really common to put them here and here. I think I want them here and here, and I'll tell you why when we get to it. I'll keep you in suspense. So let's put that over there. And we will get Louie and Oscar. All right, here we go. Wait, one last look. I want to make sure that I do not cover up the little imprint from the photographer. I might leave this here so I know that I've got it centered. The nice thing is with brads, they do give you a little bit of wiggle room if your hole isn't exactly where you wanted it. Now, here we have our little volcanoes that happen, and you can't, or I don't like to push them down the way I do when we're sewing. Sorry, there we go. I'm looking for my wonderful son-in-law. Because you'll just refill that hole. So I just use my favorite little bookbinding knife that my son-in-law created for me from a cheese knife. He's talented in that way. And it comes in handy. It's easier to get under things like this with this knife than it is. It's still doable with a craft knife or an X-Acto. But this knife, I don't want that to be too... this knife, I find I can get under things easier. But again, I'm very careful. My goodness, this thing is sharp. There we go. Okay. And I keep it I had to make a makeshift little protector for it. There we go. There we go. So I chose this color. I don't know if that's showing up or if it's blurry because I'm so close. Anyhow, doesn't really matter. It's Brad. What the heck, Catherine? Don't obsess over Brad. I chose this color. It was the closest I was going to get without having to rust some gold brads. You know what I think I'm going to do? Before I put this down, because I'll never have the opportunity once it's in. I can still see that. Oh, this is a little grimy. That eraser took some of the grime off, but I like the grime. Oh. Do I erase the grime or don't I? No. No, I'm going to embrace the grime. That's Louie and Oscar's grime. Who knows, their fingerprints could still be somewhere on this. No, the grime stays. Embrace the grime. Now I want the wings of these brads to go north-south so that they get hidden by the envelope when I glue it in. And if I make them go east-west, I have a feeling the brads will would stick out further than the envelope because the envelope is just barely wide enough. I need a, let's come down a little bit. Now the key is to remember to come back up again. So remind me, I don't want to continue working with it north-south, so yell at me if I forget, okay? Come on. There we go. So, north-south. Don't know yet what I'm going to put in the envelope, but we can wait and decide on that later. There we go. That looks nice. Let's come back out. All right, and now let's put you aside for a second and glue these in place. I'm just going to use some good old art glitter glue. So I had a little bite of lunch while that glue was melding, which reminds me I'm going to leave the lid off. I can't believe I'm letting it thicken up again, but I think I went a little overboard with my acetone. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Alrighty, so Come on. Thank you. Oh, I can go up all the way. I wanted to make sure I could. I like our grungy envelope. We did a good job on that. So now we're going to cross our fingers and hope that I did measure correctly and that this little envelope will cover the brads. Let's move that for now. Louie and Oscar. Oh, you turned. There we go. Oh, all right. Just barely. There we go. So it's not going to be centered. Now, isn't that interesting? That's very interesting. So that means this side is wider than this side. One and three. One and four. I'm not going to worry about it. It makes it unique. Now, I'm not going to glue this down yet. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to have to. Oh, I need to glue it that way. I was going to say I'm not going to glue this down yet because I'm going to put eyelets in it. But I am going to need... No, I can put that up higher. Because the eyelet's going to go there and there. Boy, that's going to throw me off. That I didn't. Gosh, it looks so close. Funny. Well, let's see what you are. 10 and a bit, 10 and a bit. All right, so if I want an eyelet here and an eyelet here. I'm doing it in pencil in case I change my mind. Now let's see how far away I am. I'm going to forget that. So that's a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. And that is exactly 1/4 of an inch. So I want it up here. I want it up here. And not down there. I'm going to erase it and do it again. Oh, jeepers. I gotta be careful. I keep erasing the grime, and I want the grime. There. I'm just rubbing the grime around. And I just erased the pencil mark. Oh, Catherine. Fortunately, there's a slight indent where I put it. Okay. There. Now I'm going to check and make sure. Centered. Centered. I know there's an easier way to do this, but you know what? We're talking about me here. And as we clarified the other day, I don't math. So we use the by guess and by golly method. And if it doesn't work out, sometimes the language is a little worse than golly. But not on camera. All right, crocodile. Crocodile. Now here's the tricky part. We've got to decide what eyelets are going to look nice beside that rusty. Beside that rusty. This is my little jar. These eyelets I managed to find at a thrift store. So this is my little jar of unusual colors. That's stuck together. So I've got silver and gold, and I do have some that are those are a red, sort of a brick red. Oh, there's a black one. You can't go wrong with black. I could do black. I don't mind the oiled bronze. What I could do is punch the hole. I could punch the hole and then decide, because I could also play with the gold and put a little bit of orange alcohol ink on it and see if that will bring me closer to what this rusty book plate looks like. So yeah, there's just a whole mishmash of large eyelets here. These eyelets are all, I found a package of, no, you know what? I didn't find a package. This is something I did treat myself to, brand new. These are all, I think they call it oiled bronze finish, oiled brass. I like it. It's just a really nice neutral. It's not shiny like gold. I'm not a silver kind of girl. I know it's white gold and silver is very, very popular now with young women. But I'm a 70s girl, and so we still liked yellow gold. In the 70s, yellow gold was really popular. And that's still where my heart certainly lies when it comes to things like jewelry. I really like yellow gold. All right, I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to grab my alcohol ink and we're going to play. Okay, so I played around. I did a bit of faux rusting with alcohol ink. On gold. And I think that might do the trick. That gives me my rust there. Doesn't look quite as good, but I think it looks better than the rubbed oiled bronze, whatever that is. All right, let's get these out of my way. We're going to tidy up. I'm going to pause because I'm really going way over time. Okay, tidied up for the most part. All right, large hole. And then I need to be able to see. Sorry, I'm going to have to do this over there because I need better light. And I don't have it underneath my camera. Ooh, one is done. The commitment cut, as we say in the hair industry, when you're doing something, when you're doing a big change in your haircut, and you say, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready?" And your customer keeps going, "Yes, I'm ready." And then you take off 12 inches and you say, "There, the commitment cut is done." Because now we just got to do it. Okay, there we go. All right, the holes are there. And now, yeah. Okay, that's good. Now, do I have it? No, it's on a little. All right. Good. Yes. Now I'm going to show you, if you haven't already figured out what I'm thinking. This is going to get glued on. This part's easy and I won't do it on camera. I'm going to glue this on over here to cover up those brads like that, and then we'll put a little secret note inside. But here's what I was thinking. Let's get rid of this. So here is our cover. Oh, I'm glad I put that in there. That would have stuck. That will be underneath. That'll be underneath the end papers. Sorry, silk. In there. Uh-oh. Oh, went through. It's one of those areas where they sewed it together. And then out the other side. So here's what I was thinking. If you want to, this could be used. Come on. Just makes it easier to get it through there. There we go. If we want to, this can wrap right around the book in case we have an alligator mouth happening. I'm not convinced I'm going to go with the ivory right now, but we might. And then we've got it closed in case we have alligator mouth happening and it still looks pretty. We can still remove it and slide it off. Oh, I won't because I've got my little tags in place. But here's also what I was thinking. Perhaps you're not going to stuff this book with too many things if you are the person who chooses to adopt Louie and Oscar and William. This could simply just go on the cover, like so. Now I'm putting the bow down here. The bow could go up there. It doesn't have to go down here. And that way, maybe it's not an alligator yet. I don't think my phone will let me. I'm going to see if I can come up. Okay. So that way there will be end papers. Imagine end papers. That way it can stay on the cover like that. And if you choose, if you prefer the bow up here, slide it around and put the bow at the top. That would look pretty too, I think. And that way, this is removable. The secret note will be in behind. The name of the lovely couple in the picture will still be viewable. And also William Morris's, the original title of the page will still be viewable. Let's take that off. So then that will still be viewable. So there we go. It all worked out. I'm happy. I toyed with the idea of putting the eyelets here and just having it a wraparound, but I wanted to be able to give the new owner the option of, if they simply wanted it on the cover and simply know that that's back there, then they could still open and close the cover, you know, while they're working on it, while they're filling it up. When they're all done, tie it all shut. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is going to be really long, so I may end up splitting it into two. We'll see. And in the meantime, wish me luck the next time we talk. Hopefully I will be seeing what I'm doing better. And maybe I'll even be measuring better and mathing better with better eyes. You just never know. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and however many days it takes before I'm back. I hope you're all well and doing well, and we'll get together soon. Take care. Bye.